to give me just a bit of a moment again. this is fucking B-roll, because I wasn't kidding when I said, oh, I'll probably get a shiny before I get the nature wand. Which thankfully it was. But that's literally the first time I finally encountered a Meditite after a few hours after stream, just to get this little fucker. Just to get a single Meditite encounter. And the first one I found was a shiny. But now at this point I'm half tempted to at least try to get another shiny. No. I mean, kind of, it's 1 in 64, but still. Fucking bonkers. I'll be back in a minute. I actually have to just set up again. We'll say this though. Like, for the battle CDs. Because you're not able to even use these fucking things. They are instead replaced with rare candy. Pretty much all of them are. And I think that includes the duplicate amulet coin. That's replaced with another rare candy. Excuse me. Okay. There's a little bit. That I actually did get Meditite. I can actually use a team that isn't just a fucking dog and cat. Actually, a feline. I say dog and cat. I'm pretty sure hyenas are not king. I don't think so. I don't remember. Yeah, all that purification was taking place while I was just trying to find a Meditite. That's how long it was taking. And until we get the other two members, that's what I have. And I finally got around to getting nicknames. This little fucker. This little fucker. No guard synchronizes two abilities. Guess which one I stuck. Guess which one it's stuck with. I think of mine. Almost there to getting Shogun. It that for some reason is dragon flying. I couldn't tell you why. Because all the pretty purified. Pretty much the rest of them are in the purification. Well, most of the rest of them are in the purification chamber. The ones I haven't fucking caught from the wild area. It still baffles me. Basically, they tell we're gonna get a shiny Alolan Ninetales next. Which isn't even the correct shiny hue, because it uses more or less the same as the regular Ninetales in the GameCube games. Let's make it look more silver-like. A bit overly paranoid, but still nonetheless. Oh boy, do I actually get concerned about something that I realize now that I'm kind of dreading from this point onward. So pretty much every single new Shadow move that has been introduced between Nyx and XG are pretty much similar to moves that already exist in a normal like moveset. Things like Body Slam, Protect, Thunder Wave, Will-O-Wisp, all that heavy hook shit. One of the new ones, anyway. It's fucking... There's a move that we're gonna see at least a handful of times throughout. And one that I absolutely despise. It's basically Perish Song. It's fucking Perish Song in a doubles format. And thankfully, it's generally not paired with another Pokemon that has Shadow Tag. But like... It's atrocious. It is absolutely atrocious. The thing that makes it especially poignant is that it's probably going to be a worst case scenario. Let's say you have two Shadow Pokemon that's left on the field that you need to snag. Shadow, Chant, Fox. And you're basically left with a time limit to snag them, or else you're on a wild goose chase to find either B to catch it, to try again and snag them. What I'm trying to say is going to suck come the time it would be to deal with Shadow Chant. Oh shit. Just wait. But no, I did. I didn't forget whether or not I actually EV trained the poor fucker. I actually remember to do that last time. This might be a problem, being underleveled like this. Like, horribly underleveled. But I just wanted to, like, not use Dokkaebi and Mighty Inner any more than I had to. Those aren't the two that I'm actually going to be putting on this team. Nor would I want to. It also kind of dawned on me that I don't have anything with paralysis. Really don't have anything with paralysis. And something that I learned the hard way as well when I tried to use an ability capsule on Bag. He's stuck with Hustle until he evolves. Yeah, no, we are horribly underleveled. Maybe I will actually deal with those fuckers outside. I was thinking, oh, I probably won't have to deal with that at all. Like, the hell was I thinking? It's like I genuinely forgot between my initial playthrough and this. Oh my, because I never dealt with the fucking accuracy drops. So man is just stuck there, missing. Unbelievable. Ah, so sad. And Hera was complaining about the EXP share being too, like, complaining about the EXP share not being able to turn it off. Or saying that, oh, at this point, at some point, we're probably going to end up being over leveled. Let's check his comments in. Look at that. Entire fucking temple done. Alright. That royally sucked. Don't tell me I need to do like a short trip to Mount Battle, because I'm pretty sure that's also similar ranges like 25, 26, up to level 30. I'm gonna check that right now. Yeah, 25 to 31. And I'm pretty sure like the 25 to 31, like that incrementally increase each time. I mean, even then, if I lose in the fucking Mount Battle, it's not gonna cost me anything. I probably should have done it next. Especially if Shadow Pokemon are gonna have levels significantly higher than what the team averages are for each person that has one. Which has pretty much been the case throughout. Or could just give me an excuse to get something like the yellow fruit or the fucking white fruit. Oh yeah, I'd even mention, you just have available to all of the fucking areas in Mount Battle. And yes, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, they really are expecting to be level 100 by the end of this. Or at least by the time you get to post-game stuff. Because trying to get to level 100 normally is a massive pain in the ass. Just in any Pokemon game, like trying to get to level 100 is a pain in the ass. That's what we're doing to start. Because I was an idiot and didn't realize how much it would be to start out like this without doing any prep work beforehand. All because I was searching for this fucking Meditite. Oh wait, fuck. Fuck every time. Every fucking time. That's something I ought to be doing. Actually making sure that I'm... Because I had Snarl. I think I had Snarl before moving Icy back up. And also, this is the first time me realizing that Heart Stamp has a 30% fucking flinch rate. Like the same amount of accuracy as fucking, I don't remember if I know Iron has one of them. Air Slash is also one of them. But Heart Stamp is so scarcely used by any other Pokemon that, like... And yet that has a 30% flinch rate. So I only remember, like... I think it was, one of the event Jirachis that would have Heart Stamp. It was like, that would be like the one time I would actually see it on a on any Pokemon having it as a move. But even then, it wouldn't take long to either give Jirachi Iron Head, or just straight up give it through a move tutor. So there's no real point to keep Hard Stamp outside of having a second type Iron Head equivalent. That's one. Either that or it's just fucking meta type because I'm so used to it having pure power. Yeah, there's 100 base attacks that doesn't have pure power, it just doesn't know them. But by the time it gets to meta champ, that shoots straight up to 140. And okay. Shoots up to 140. With a small bump to everything else as well. Despite not having pure power. The offense is like that, you fucking it. maybe that's why it's like, oh, that seems to be less than usual. But then again, it's fucking Force Palm. Like that. I forget what it's fun as like a kid. Well, I don't know what I expected. For some reason, oh yeah. Yeah, box. It doesn't even get power jump to 46, which is so. Like, if I were to keep it as a Blastoise, that would be the one move I would have wanted. But, oh my god, that as well, since I am using it as before. I ended up finding a Clampo during my fucking search for this meta type. That very same Clampo had a Water Stone. A Water Stone that once it becomes a Blastoise, I am promptly using because I don't intend to stick with the horrendous typing that is Water Rock in a doubles format. No amount of, oh, but it's Swift Swim with Rock Slide. Or, oh, but it's okay because one of its weaknesses, in electric, is neutered by Lightning Rock. There's no getting past that grass typing being quad weak to grass. I'm sorry. Not for something like the new typing for Blastoise. Not for any of the Kanto fossils either. Or for Caracosta. Nothing. That wasn't getting. It's basically a big bunch of member berries. Hey folks, do you remember this character? Do you remember when they had this Pokemon on their team? Like, that sort of spiel. Or like, the characters that they're naming the fucking trainers in Mount Battle based off of. Because the community members, that's stuck into the final rounds for each of the Coliseum matches. Everything else, all rights look like a split button. Everything else is just kind of placed into here. And so, like, pretty much all the gym leaders from not a single one. Yeah, all the gym leaders from Gen 1 and Gen 3, all of the Elite 4 members. I was about to say, they're not getting any wheels. As well as a few protagonists. You don't get confused. Good. and champions from both 3 and 4. And of course, Stars is still in this, and as well as the creator for the mod itself. And something that I never learned, because I never used the multiplayer for any bit of the GameCube games. We didn't have anyone that had, like, the connection cables for the GBA and GameCube. None of them even get successfully to connect to the GameCube. But, like, May, Brendan, Red, and Leaf, I think it was, in Violet, Leaf, Green. Those 4 characters that would specifically be in the multiplayer mode. Those are in Mount Battle. Which is actually kind of accurate. Sadly, I'm using an item. Otherwise, I might have considered. I can always be learning if I really want to use acrobatics. Yeah, sadly, not an experience I've had. Never really used the multiplayer for the GameCube Pokemon games. Any of that stuff, we stuck with the GBA. If we still had the connection cables anyway. Why did I use Faker? That was dumb. As for any of the multiplayer facets for any of the Pokemon games, those was very scarcely had. Because I sadly didn't know many people who A, brought a DS with them, and B, willingly brought Pokemon. Brought any of the Pokemon games that were on the DS. It was kind of sad. Because for as much as everyone did have, at least a handful of people had like some form of Nintendo console or Nintendo handheld. Very scarcely would I find anyone also have stuff like a Vita. Or not a Vita, a PSP at the time. The Vita you can forget about because hardly anyone, if at all, had. Fucking love the Vita, but, you know, Sony not giving it the proper support is kind of sad. If I remember correctly, it wouldn't have been a year before they just cut it entirely. And as much as I would love to see multiplayer capabilities with, well, pretty much any of the GameCube games in this, but like, for pretty much any of the ROM hacks that exist, for like Grand Coliseum or XG and the like, that's probably going to take a very long time before that becomes a reality. I'm gonna be real. Like, the animation, like, choose something like this for, like, multiplayer, but the animations and the quality it has, versus playing multiplayer in a modern Pokemon games. I wonder which one I'm going to choose. Probably multiplayer. Like, it's probably not even a contest. Even for as jank as Gen 3 is. And there is much jank. I'm just checking the ones. I love how Force Pump uses the same animation for Dynamic Punch. Even though Meditite and Medicham do get Dynamic Punch because they have access to Mill Guard in this one. Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to stick with Dynamic Punch, make use full use of Mill Guard, or just say fuck it, stick with that high jump kick and see numbers go burn with how much damage they do. I really don't want to mention it until after we actually get to Area 100. But I have a bit of a bone to pick with Tyrone. Just a bit of a bone, not by much. Enough of a bone where it kind of stings. Because one of my favorite fighting types is Hitmontop. And you want to know what the biggest kicker for this entire thing? Out of all the fighting types, you will not, until you complete Mount Battle, get access to the Tyro evolution one. It's not as a shadow Pokemon, it's not as a wild encounter, also kind of neat animation for Tyro. It's not even like a, I don't think anyway, because that's not a gift Pokemon that Dukin gives you. Nowhere. Nowhere else can you get a Tyro game. And that's something I still want to try and do before this playthrough ends. Is like, at the very least, see what the fuck Dukin gives you. Because I do not recall it being anywhere in the spreadsheets. Maybe he just doesn't give you anything. Much like fucking what's his face that gives you a Porygon in this one. Because normally he would give you an Electkid, but that's a Shadow Pokemon in this one. And it's not Bonsly like it is in XG, because any Cave in X is the bingo anyway, so you won't be able to see Bonsly outside of the little side quest. Because that's something that XG actually did. Like a full-on playable Bonsly that evolves into Sudowoodo. The exact same way as well. I would think of the suit. Especially since I'm probably gonna want to have that goddamn Shogun sooner rather than later. Oh yes, that's totally Bugsy. Replace the G with a B and it's fucking Bubsy. The one platformer mascot that eventually tried to be its own thing separate from Sonic, despite the similarities people made to it and Sonic. Well, gee, I wonder who they're trying to target. I'd actually, like, prematurely end the run for this bit here because, well, at least depending on how this goes. Because if it turns out to actually be decent from this point on, I can at the very least continue and get up to level 30. That's probably the highest the Shadow Pokemon will be for Phoenix City. Until I have to come back here again. What's this fucking mountain? But sure, anyway. Unless Pincer aims his sights on a fucking swine up. And he does. That did next to nothing. Ooh, ooh. Now it's switching again. Oh, right, Gale Wings, that's why. It's so fucking bizarre to give something like Scyther, who's already fairly fast on his own right, Gale Wings. And not only that, to give it Brave Bird. You know, the fucking praying mantis that is not a bug type anymore. The praying mantis that is Scyther. That was just even more complicated. I want to say size. Punch you. You were right there. Again, we're probably gonna send something back again. Blood punch, yep. Aerial Ace, nope. Fade attack, yep. Oh, that's left. Okay. Wait, I didn't mean to protect again. So there's just gonna be a shit ton of misclicks. There's way more than I can get out. Because it's so many at this point. Very nice. Well, or is it? No, it's getting hit. Level 3. Break. Thank goodness. No, sadly, that just means that whatever plus means I had to paralyze, I no longer have. I don't think any of us can even learn. Actually, no, Meditate. Meditate. One of the things that has changed, because a lot of Pokemon interchange movesets. A lot of them seem to learn Thunder Wave, and I probably should give that to Meditate. At least until I get Porygon 2. Because once I get Porygon 2... Oh, that means give it a Bullet Punch. I mean, I'm probably not going to use it in the long term anyway, but still hurts. Having that priority was nice. But having a reliable way of having status out of Shadow Pokemon is nicer. If nothing else, I can at least say that I don't have to do any more grinding up until a certain point. Because I think once we get to the fucking Cypher Key layer, that's when starts in the level 40s, and before that we still have to go to Snag'em, which is still like the high 30s. At the very least, we're cutting up just a little bit off. Also, I'm pretty sure Dustox has fucking Levitate. I mean, it's still a fucking Dustox, even with the buffs. I'm not expecting it to. Yeah, it does have Levitate. Yeah, I wasn't expecting too much out of fucking Dustox. Ooh. Oh, still shuffle. And that's fine, because of fake gun. Gonna hit everyone with the mistake. Or just keep hitting past those levels too. Oh. Okay, yeah, they can have for that special defense investment. Fuck off, Nuzleaf. I ain't it. This is all probably not good. It's gonna high horsepower, keep it nice short. Because I have a Fridge Ray, I'm probably not gonna need Avalanche more than I probably need. Because that's gonna be replaced with Rock Slump. I'm basically treating this as though I'm using fucking Mammoth Flying. Even though that is nowhere near the facility of how I built this thing. I would have given it speed investment otherwise. I think that's not level 30. On Pokemon, it's not level 30. It's fucking bag. Hey, where's my lucky? Give. And I'm double checking because I know Venomoth gets like, yeah, it's fur coat. You know, for its very frail defenses. Ah, but Corphish. It's fucking Corphish. I say that, but I'm pretty sure that's that ability much like Cloudon. That's probably gonna be a bag. Yep. You only guess that back as well, so they can kill him. Yep. 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 Don't intend to keep using the life points, but like that affects the happiness even though I'm not usually returning anything. Not that it's a T. I don't think it's a T. Not this. Every move under the sun that would be useful has a TM. Moves like return now. Venom's actually looking like a monster because like it looks too. I don't know how else to put it. It looks too smooth and in the current in like later gens. Harley even looks like a bug. Apparently, the fucking seems to be refusing to hit the swine up, even though it's weak to. AI being stupid should not shock me. And the absolute slightest. Or at least it shouldn't. Though sadly, this marks the second time in a row I spent dealing damage. Oh fuck, dude! And a crit. Okay. Okay, I think I get your message. You're a dick. Probably the second time we spent an hour going off on a different bit, all because I didn't prep for what I wanted to do today. Wait, why didn't I hush the call? That's another thing, like, because of how they deal with experience in this. You're getting a lot more experience than you normally would be able to. And it's kind of why the XP curve, the level curve, is as high as it is. That, again, it has its flying typing, even though it's not yet a Salamence. I don't know, can Shogun fly yet? I don't see any goddamn wings. But you know what I can do? Give it Intimidate because it's probably going to be more useful for what I'm going to be using for Salamence. I do not intend on sticking with Hustle. I didn't realize, like, oh shit, that affects Draco Media's accuracy. Yes, 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 you're competitive. Though it oddly works with him having stab on aerial mace. Also quite hilarious that this fucker's faster than Cadaver. Oh no. Hey, who could have saw that coming? I wasn't thinking, oh, it's probably gonna have a blast type move. I should probably protect. No, I wasn't thinking that. Which is that he climbs up an idiot multiple times. It really does feel like I am an idiot. There's only one more area, and then we're done with this. Then it's back to making actual progress like we were supposed to be doing. Ooh. Fortunately, this is going to be the time I sadly do not remember when's final about. I'm pretty sure it's 33. Which, 2 levels away. It's going to be far before we even get Salamence. Though, given how the level curves are, that's probably going to be sooner than I realize. Well, still very much salty that Hitmontop. At least for pretty much the duration of the main story, it's inaccessible throughout the entirety of it. Unless I, for some reason, make a mad dash all the way up to floor 10 as early as humanly possible, and then get a tie mode. But at that point, it's like I had to have already built up to get to that point. Oh, I had to have already built up to get to that point. Now I'm sad. Um, granted, the real, at least for me anyway, the real meat and potatoes is generally like the OA Coliseum. With Mount Battle is kind of like, yeah, you get the awards and then you're kind of done with it. The OA Coliseum, especially with the 2 ROM hacks that exist for XD, are actually quite fleshed out in having a real post-game challenge. And still remains to this day one of my favorite challenges in a Pokemon game, outside of, again, Battle Frontiers, even though we no longer have those. Nor am I expecting to get those back at any point. Like, if they were unwilling to change with the EXP all, and still have not changed on having to bring back fucking set and shift battle styles, I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell we're getting other features back like a Battle Frontier. Or any quality of life that actually makes the game a lot more interesting and challenging that isn't doing what we can ourselves. God forbid we don't play the intended way, or God forbid we... It still baffles me that I genuinely believe fucking Nuzlocke in the same realm in the same realm as like hacking or cheating or whatever the fuck. Like, they're not changing anything physically in the game. All they're doing is just changing the way they play the game themselves. It's fucking... It's bonkers. It's stupid. Completely tone deaf to how people tend to play their games. I couldn't have had a worse fucking leader. At least for much more of that. That was an embarrassing the first 20 minutes. Because I don't remember. Yeah, it was. It's a, yeah, one off. Wait, what? Okay. I could have sworn and should have said it's not very effective. I don't know, I can't read. Was not doing too bad. Done wave. Cast back. I do love what they did with Jump Love, I will say. It's like, can we have Whimsicott? No, we have Whimsicott at home. Whimsicott at home. Like, there's a high speed, decent bulk, prankster, and a shit ton of status moves. Yusuf said prankster. It's the one Pokemon I want to hit with Icy Wind. Fucking Togetic is cracked. Like, actually fucking cracked. Like, hey, you know what? You know how great Togekiss is? Yeah, let's give it something similar to Togekiss's stats. And having access to Eevee. Well, I think anyway, being able to use Eevee. Yeah, I'm sure there's not going to be a problem with that. Oh yeah, that's another one I forgot. It's basically toxic. Oh, no. I know it still has Serene Grace. No, good. Hey, he was on. Oh, another one. He was already. He was already toxic. Yeah, no, it's still fairly frail. Yet they gave it Sand Force as well. Like one of a handful of birds that gets, well, handful of Pokemon in general. But especially bird Pokemon, flying types, they get Sand Force. You know, for all of the drill runs that they give them. Or Earth Power. Or Rock Slide. Or Bulldoze, or Steel Wing, or Iron Head, and stuff like that. Or in Dodrill's case, fucking Head Smash. Much smoother. Oh dear. Yeah, we couldn't keep Swampert having options to be either physical or special. So we'll sure as shit give it to Whiscash. Sure as shit give it to Whiscash. That is so bad it's like oh fuck. That's actually very useful, but like I'm already gonna have a Pokemon with Freeze Dry, that's Porygon 2. There we go. Oh, we can't just outright call it Bull Switch. What should we name it? Oh, just Shadow Switch, why not? U-turn? Oh no, that's Shadow Turn, I'm sorry. There's actually a little bit to do, but like, no. Imagine considering how often a lot of these have either ancient power, silver wind. Tell you less than the Whiskash. What else is exciting? How many of them they just gave, like, Aura Sphere or Earth Power? Yet yeah, I think there's only like a handful of Pokemon that even have like hidden power, and it's a set type. Ah, jeez. Actually, no, I can probably do this right now. Because out of all of them. Oh yeah, that's another thing. It's fucking magic bounce. So even if I wanted to put it to sleep, there's that Uno reverse card on top of the massive bump to a special attack and small on everything else. Still rather slow though. Thank you. There's to have something else at stake here until we get Blastoise. Yeah, that's another thing. Aura Sphere, Earth Power. How many of them get Moon Blast? What? It's something I forget. Gets Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. Actually, it's Rockslide. Yeah, it's not gonna get high horsepower until I don't remember. I'm gonna take an easy cover. Check. Level 37. Okay, it's not too far. Not at all am I sticking with Iron Head. A little bit. Like the rather concerning low amount of PP for each move. Shit, that's not even a concern. We could just buy PP ups and PP maxes. Also seem to be having the opposite trend the first time I played through. Because for some reason, I think outside of Lady Charles, Charles. Every other teammate I had was female. Now it's like, I think it's like, currently everyone is gonna be female. Everyone's gonna be male, excuse me. Yeah, every single one of them. And the most hilarious part about it is I'm pretty sure there isn't any Pokemon that currently has Attract. Oh, shit. I should have saved. So we have two of these bozos. You bozos who shadow Pokemon I do not remember. Okay. Yeah, she has Kingdra, my limit Protector. And then Saddle, which, how the fuck do I describe Snaddle? Oh, I know. The first part in the trend that I am dreading. Because even though there's not every single Pokemon has it, a concerning amount of them do. As much as I hate Parasol, I like it even less when it's on a team of Shadow Pokemon. And the only thing that's, again, that's tempting, but I'm not going to be able to fit it on the move song. Once again, I changed my mind, maybe. Again, the only solace to them having Shadow Chant and it being as bad as it is, which, by the way, is either Kingdra or Seadra. Tell you one thing, out of all the things that you probably changed in the spreadsheet, that's not a Kingdra, that's a Seadra. But yeah, that... Probably the only solace that them having Shadow Chant is that it is not paired with any Pokemon that has Shadow Tag or Arena Trap. Because that would be the absolute worst, where you have to force two of your Pokemon that's out in the field. At least you take care of the Pokemon with Arena Trap, or snag the Pokemon that has it, that has Shadow Chant. I guess even you get Brick Brick. Getting reminders of Advance OU. Even though we're not playing Advance. We're gonna start playing events. It's like, oh, the last time we had a boss fight, we had a shiny LA kid appear out of nowhere. No, you know, it would be absolutely hilarious. Because I know what Shadow Pokemon Shadow has. A certain Pokemon, if that ends up being shiny, then that would probably be the most hilarious thing, but also very depressing because that's not a Pokemon I'm going to be using. Yep, there goes my wires. Hang it up and shit. Nope. Seadra just doesn't want to get in the ball that would see. It's rather concerning how many times we have stuff that just gets frozen. It's rather concerning and I don't like it. Eh? Not to say how you just now noticed. I would have loved to use. I should have used Ghost. And it's frozen. There's a double whammy of 10. Bring it up. Obviously, in the save, like, for some reason, they decided not to make use of Prankster. Oh, but it can fail. Right. Team by time. Other turn. There's a thaw his ass out. Like, really. Can't protect that should not be enough to kill. Especially since I know they actually made it. Especially since I know that they made small buffs that pretty much everything's like defenses. This should not be enough to KO character. Yeah, not even close. Oh, hold on. I almost made that mistake again. That would have sucked. Just get Nuzleaf out of here. Get out of here. Oh yeah. Yeah, now it gets his poison typing. I'm just saying it should be good. Because even if we do run into Great Balls, Shade Balls are going to be actually decent enough. Even if we're not going to get any more until Drain gives us 10. Because the most we're ever going to have is 28. I already wasted 6 of these fucking things. I say wasted, I used 60. And now they go around the outside of the arena. Because there's shit to get in. I'm pretty sure all of them are just plates as well. I mean, I might not even have... Yeah, it's not going to be until a long time before I can even have an Assault Vest. I can even an Icicle Plate, though. I was considering giving it like a berry, but... Unfortunately, unlike an XG, I'm pretty sure, there's no infinite use berries if they get used up in battle. That's fine. On with it, the things that he's done. When I was trying to get to... No, because we have to do the entire bit with fucking Chobin. Then SS Leaf. Then... Oh, then we have to go back to Pirate anyway. And then... Jeez, that might be a bit. That might be quite a bit. I'm trying to get as far as I can, because I really want to get to a point where I can reset for Porygon and not have all that be on screen. That's gonna waste more time than I... I'm sorry, did I miss that correctly? I could have only said fucking bottle beat me. I'm just going fucking crazy. Fuck. By the way, they both kind of suck to deal with. Yeah, that's what I figured. I actually forgot if they kept that or not. Oh yes, let's keep spikes, something that's usually just really only contained in singles. Yeah, Dugtrio still frail as all hell. Yeah, I was definitely worth actually prepping for this, because one more, dude. And I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in the same fight either, because much as I would love to have a meta champ before fighting Snaddle. Yeah, Fila also gets fucking Sand Force. Let me guess, that's gonna kill him. Yup. It's not gonna be good. I needed to stay alive. Absolutely needed to stay alive. Yeah, it did say fucking Barnaby. His name is Vanilla, and his name in Vanilla was fucking Barnaby. Also hilarious that they're still giving us baby Pokemon. When everything's looking fucking level 30s and shit. Oh! Okay, I actually forgot. Because they changed it so you can actually heal. How far as that may be, I'm still kind of just left dealing with partially a Hail team, I'm pretty sure. Not dealing with your shenanigans. Yeah, even after all that, we still end up being lower level than the Shadows. It started to snow, still acts like hail. I mean, that's something I wish I could see, is like, if they can actually change hail to where it's not actual the effects of hail. Just snow like it is in Gen 9, Gen 8, somewhere around there. I just don't remember. Because I know at some point they changed the weather from hail to snow. Though sadly, we're not going to get moves like Chilling Reception. There's a little bit of 9 kills. Remember what I said about the sun Pokemon? Yeah, that's just Mew. Like, if fucking Mew ended up being shiny, I would have lost it. Because imagine going through all of it. Oh, that's actually so much worse. Imagine going through all of that. Only to find that the Shadow Pokemon is a thing fucking Mew. Like, I actually don't know how feasible it'll be if I even want to do it again. Like, doing an entire shiny hunting marathon, except it's an XDDX. Medicamp's gonna die, isn't it? Meditate's gonna die, isn't it? Yep. Ugh. That's top up with the hail. No. Really needed it to be kept alive so I can actually. Man. Oh wait, you know what? I really don't want to do that. Yeah. There we go. That's you. Yeah, I can only hope this doesn't actually kill it. Because if it does, yeah, it's fucking me. I scarcely want to consider if that's even better. That's exactly what we want to see, right? Fucking... It's not gonna kill him. It's Ninetales, but it's not. Yeah, not even close. And you missed. Oh right, it also has good. I'm at the worst time to be forgetting shit. This is probably the worst scenario for me, because I barely have anything to switch out into. Lots of fingers. Hey look, we also have a power swan. But I'm not dealing with that parish scout. Get the fuck out of there, please. But again, this is a terrible position we put in. Oh wait, which one's gonna be worse? Probably Slowking nose. Yeah. Oh, every iteration is he still manages to keep a Slowking. Without fail, he just has a Slowking. And his pilot flying. Oh wait, but his Muzet has fucking Shadow Chain. Really make me wish I had something with Taunt. Chase Refrigerate. Not that you can be able to use it. It does not want to get paralyzed. I think I'm getting that understanding fairly quickly. Oh, but you kept it. once. Because I do not have any confidence of catching this damn Mew without it being status in some capacity. Of course you would. But tries to charm. Getting the feeling that he does not like getting in. So we Shadow Chant on this turn. No. I... No. I don't trust it to survive this turn. Okay. Okay. Persist. Again, really getting that feeling that he does not like meta type. Not in the fucking slightest. Dead. No. What is that, sir? Straight out of fucking Simpsons. That would be kind of a bummer if that was the point where it's like, yeah, even then he could not fix not having the fucking cap on the camera. I had to get the fuck out. Right, there's only one entrance and exit. God forbid we go to the other direction. God, how they're still here too. Like, me. Unless they are truly that fucking oblivious. It's not a wonder why they barely go on any other missions. Fucking 6 brothers and fucking... You ever say Three Stooges? Fucking... It's been awesome. I don't remember what outside of Larry and Moe. I don't remember the third fucking person. And another one of pieces. Oh, that hurts. I don't know how much I would have loved to use Alola Ninetales. As a nature I would love to have on it. But I'm already using a team that's, let's be real, is quite weak to... Actually, no, it's not weak to steel. Or poison. Like, if I would have replaced it with anything, it would have been Porygon too, but like... I'm already using an Ice type. Nor does Pilosine get Slush Rush, which would have been nice to have if I were to keep it. Yeah, because otherwise everything else would be weak to fire. Like, half my team weak to fire, despite having Salamence and what will soon to be what I'll have. It's just not gonna be today. So one of these days I am gonna have an Alolan Ninetales on a team. Just not now. Well, God forbid, if I do anything with XG again, or if I really wanted to do like getting every shiny poke, getting every available Pokemon as a shiny in XG next gen. Something absolutely bonkers like that, then maybe. I don't know if I have the stomach for that. I damn near went fucking stir crazy having to deal with Rayquaza being shiny. Being the most amount of Safisets I've ever had on a shiny Pokemon hunt. For a mod that increased the odds as substantially as it did. And trying to do that sort of thing for this, where the odds are 164, that probably isn't going to be all that challenging. Or all that interesting. But then again, I might be wrong. Maybe that's something that would be at least somewhat interesting. You still need a shiny Pokemon. Or the shiny forms of the other regional forms. Even though that's mostly going to be the same as well. It's just going to be all a bunch of maybes. There's the Eviolite. Yeah, all the CZs are replaced with rare candies. Bears repeating, the fucking soundtrack's amazing. You know what I want to see? Or if that's even possible. Like if someone can make like custom soundtracks to be put inside of the game. Though that might actually be very difficult to do given what you had to change in order to even do that. And yeah, the CDs are left behind. Which thankfully means we could just go around get the rare candies that used to be CDs. Though it is a shit ton of rare candies. Like, seriously, it's a shit ton of rare candies. Yeah, even he gives you a rare candy because there's no EXP share, which is what he normally gives. What is that? We're 8. 8 rare candies. And yeah, that usual shit can't go into the fucking Sleepless landing site. Back. Did you try going to the desert? Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, that's one thing I still haven't done is like all the Coliseum stuff. Then again, given how high level we are, it's probably just gonna be a massive sweep, and the only thing that'll be worth noting is like the trainers that are in here. Which yeah, we can still do. It would have been nice to have done that earlier, so that it still would have been a relevant challenge at the time. Rip. Covered in sand, they look the same. Yep, we have to go back. I'm not gonna have a better time to use these fucking right here. Let's just use them. Get mad at Chant while we. Sorry, what? Did I mistake it again? Oh my gosh, I did. I was thinking of something else that involves level 35. Hold up. Because I know it's either 35 or 37. Yeah, it's 37. What the fuck am I thinking? Why did I think it was 35? Okay. Yeah, that's actually a very bad time to have used it then. So someone give it the lucky egg. Want that goddamn medicine, gem. What? Hi? Alright. Oh. Oh wait, no. I know there's some cutscenes, some of the like voice bits are taken out, but I still gotta double check because I'm pretty sure this bit is still here. I'm pretty sure I should have known. It's like I forget everything from the initial playthrough. I'm trying to do this again because it's been a while since I've played XD. Yeah, but still bitchy. I also hate the mind is like, oh no, he's can't make something shame, so he's dabbing. But now it's children. Yet another. Oh yes, for the 2 times you had to do this again. No. And apparently the AI seems to be stupid enough to still use electric attacks. Yep, still doing it. Because they can't touch mammoths. Well, I say that, but they should be able to. Also, just like miss the animation styles for Metang and Metaverse. Like folding up their arms and then tackle forward. That's so cool. Them just staying on the ground and just shaking their arms a little bit. I know. Good riddance. Pistols. I guess I have something. Ironically, if it learns said. But it's the big for me. I'm ready for process of elimination. Probably the one time I'll be interacting with fake mons or the sort. Because we may not be interacting in fucking Showdown or the sort that would have fake mons. Water steel. Wonderful. We And the one time this song plays. But what is essentially a gimmick. I don't care how many times I see this. This is fucking amazing. It's also the second hack to even have just straight up fighting a Robo Groudon. That's where the bingo song is. Sure. Sure. But now I'm even more curious than with ones like this. Like, if they have, like, how different the shiny looks, if they even have one. Yikes. That tells me they have, like, clear, so I can't even use Intimidate. No! If you can get burned, that would be nice, please. Thank you. This fucking oversized body takes up more of this entire screen. There's that headbutt. $20,000. Jesus Christ. Let's go off as fun for flavor text. We taught them how to use a PDA. Create such adventures such as Robo Groudon doesn't know how to use text messages. Actually, no. Well, I'm here. I don't know why I keep checking this if there's anything here. It's really not looking like I can actually make it this bit. Polygon's right there. We still have to do that whole bit and let's just leave it. Hold on. I take the time just to check on just a little bit of things. Alright. Probably check the. Actually, we should probably be around the time. Yeah, 35. That's. Oh yeah, sure. Let me just get on that real quick. Since we didn't get a lower mail like yet, it's here. Since Nato didn't have it. No, sadly the same here. Because you have. You're getting ripped off. I hope you realize that. Okay, we're doing this now. 38. No, how about we just not? Send his ass out. Don't want to deal with it. And you missed. Much better. Oh. Being Mega Launcher, dude. And especially. Man. Oh, that would be the worst switching. Man. You don't, but... Oh, is that... You didn't even have... You didn't have Mega Launcher, it was Shadow Tech. But I don't kill Mail back. I genuinely forgot he had Justified. Because that's a thing to change. Because it doesn't have a Lightning Rod or a Rock Head. Then the Stainstorm lowering his HP, that's gonna suck. Oh, that's especially gonna suck. After the Justified boost? Yeah, no. I love how he just stays here as well. There's another rare candy. Dude. I'm not doing this in a timely manner. I'm getting distracted with strength puzzles. So that since I'm making the return trip back, having it so that I'll only have to do one trip each time. Or not. Oh. Save myself a trip, I said. Then it's just this. I kind of don't want to give you a strength puzzle, so we'll do this instead. How Michael is able to push the boxes in the first place, given how they're supposed to be filled with poke food. Done. And the only times you'll ever have to sneak around, be careful not to make a sound. I do mean very fucking slowly. Only to be woken up by our PDA. You think we would put the thing on fucking silence or vibrate or something? Nope. You know, I probably could have done. Hindsight. And the fucked up part is, because of having been knocked out by Snagger, Having our snack machine taken, we still had to end up back in the bed having to make the same trip again. It wasn't particularly explained why they're here in the first place. Again, can you imagine actually having enemy syndicates that are actually this fucking smart? Because the best Team Rocket was able to do was create Mewtwo. Team Galactic, kind of, but then it ended up fucking Cyrus lost into this fucking spaces of time. Well, not space of time, but like. Oh, but wait. Zeus is the one with the fucking level. The level 40s. We're so close to self-extending for Porygon, I kind of don't want to just take yet another detour just to gain levels again. Oh, right, it's free. There's high horsepower. And now for Medichip. I can't believe I made a mistake. Well, 35 and 37 instead of 37. Beautiful. Yeah, that's more like it. You know, I probably should save this. God forbid I go in there, realize I hadn't saved, and just get my shit kicked in. But here's the hilarious bit. You actually get a point where Zook actually loses. For a little bit of dialogue I don't think it's actually seen. At least none that is actually commonly known. Yes, I too recognize Kia. It's a history in Electrode. But it's still Electrode, so that's a fucking pits. Said electric fighting on his angels. Also gets his stick kick. Yeah, you are batting 0 for 2, Zook. Hit him. Yeah. That was gonna be 0 for 3, even though I have not that much confidence that I can survive this attempt. Level 37 was level 40. Gee, I wonder how that's gonna pull. Sorry, Zangus, you're not the shadow of this. Wait, that's even worse. Ironhead. I know, but better chance of being important. Still worried. Drill one. Is it because he can't really hurt that much to meta champ? Okay. Okay, so this is intimidating. Still a hefty jump. Oh, that's right, you do get combo. Damn, man. Okay, that's hilarious. some reason I was thinking, oh, it's watch you hit fucking Shogun. Okay. That was asking for too much. Oh, that... You would think I would learn. You would think I would learn. I have not. It's time to punch in the face. And still live. Get us out of here. Get out of here. If I actually was going to use ball gun. Actually, yeah, I'm not at a point where I can reliably catch Shadow Pokemon yet. I don't have my fucking snag machine. Thankfully, since we're getting Porygon soon, I can give that Thunder Wave. Wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Also, why I was very much concerned of us having half the team being weak to fighting. Same. I also find it more fascinating that they still remember Team Snag'em, even though it's been 5 years. It was still fucking kids. They weren't even like the... They weren't even in the Team Syndicate that was actually causing trouble. It was still Cypher. So that's me then. Anyway. Oh yeah. Wait. Oh no, I just realized because it is just Poliwag. You have to make the choice between Poliwrath or Politoad, and both of them are quite got buffed significantly. I can't believe it just dawned on me now, because we got the King's Rock in SS Leader. That sucks royally. And same for Slowpoke as well. $33.30. But God, the fucking animation for managing. But generally, like, much prefer these animations over what we have for Medicham now. Really? And no motion. Oh yeah, because he set up light screen. Man, I'm not going to be giving it any special moves until it becomes a Salamence. Oh god, now it's just mine because I fucking love the change for Gardevoir in XG, giving it pixelate so I can actually use a hyper voice. And no, it gets fucking rattled here, and yet they still gave it hyper voice. Because unless they actually gave it pixelate and that's just a primary ability they gave it, it's not even a big use a hyper voice. Not to the best of its ability, anyway. That's going to be much more apparent once we actually get to fighting stars. Ow. Haha. Here's as a thank you get. And you still fail as the paper bag. Don't stop coming. Andy, don't stop coming. Wait. Oh no. Again, unless it's glitches. No. Also hilarious that I'm faster than fucking Ludicolo. Then again, I'm 5 levels higher. Right. I just don't know if it gives you to immediately or if you have to actually. Nope. Wait. He doesn't. I'm gonna be stopping soon, but like, he doesn't like. Hold on. We ended here. I actually want to make sure I can actually go there. There we go. Okay, now is the fight really... And then... He's not even facing us. And then the soft reset for Polygon. And a crit. Oh, no, you do not know. That's probably the worst sending you could have done. That's why? Oh, dear. Oh, right, exactly. No dynamic punching. It's not until a bit later. While I'm gonna have less PP with dynamic punch. Guaranteeing a confusion with a move that already has a pretty good base power, and without the risk of hurting myself if they protect or whatnot. Because I don't have the fear of missing because of no guard. My fear is just, my fear is they use Protector, Spiky Shield, and whatnot. Because then it would actually hurt. This is doubles after all. Metachem was right there! Oh my gosh. Even in here, the DI is dumb. Oh, Wally, buddy. Jolly Willy. And just to actually make sure that, because it is this motherfucker. There's the Porygon he gives. There's a Shadow Pokemon. Levitate. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Off screen to fucking soft reset. Right, yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm tired. I'm still trying to think whether or not I want to make highlights and stuff like this. Because I had something else in mind if I was going to go back into Pokemon. Didn't think it'd be another ROM hack. I'll think of something.